Top 3 musicians who hated Ozzy Osbourne. From his iconic tenure with Black Sabbath to his enduring solo career, Ozzy Osbourne has established himself as a heavy metal legend, widely regarded as the most famous metal vocalist ever and a remarkable singer in his own right. Despite some controversies throughout his career, Ozzy has long been perceived as relatable due to his innate humor, authentic character, and exceptional musical talent. As a founding member of the first metal band, Ozzy significantly influenced their groundbreaking early era. The initial 4 Black Sabbath albums laid the groundwork for much of the metal music that followed. Upon launching his solo career, Ozzy and his band were pivotal in shaping the sound of 1980s rock and metal, aligning with American artists like Van Halen. Even after his exit, Black Sabbath thrived, bringing in Ronnie James Dio as his successor and releasing the legendary album Heaven and Hell in 1980. Osbourne's career has spanned over 50 years, marked by controversies and a fair share of rivalries with fellow musicians. Here are 3 musicians who hated Ozzy Osbourne the most. Ronnie James Dio. The rivalry between Ozzy Osbourne and Ronnie James Dio persisted until Dio's death in 2010, with both musicians occasionally taking digs at one another over the years. Tensions first arose in the 1980s when Black Sabbath replaced Ozzy with Dio. Dio's first 2 albums with the band garnered significant acclaim. His tenure with Black Sabbath included the celebrated albums Heaven and Hell and Mob Rules. However, friction developed due to Ozzy's remarks. Dio harbored an aversion to Ozzy not just because of their competition but also due to a fundamental disagreement with what Ozzy symbolized. He was adamant about not imitating Osbourne, determined to avoid being perceived as a lesser version of him and to reject the stereotypical portrayal of a metal musician who disrespects peers and fans alike. In a 1980s interview, Dio stated, "The things that Ozzy has said to me are like dueling with an unarmed man. I feel like I have a sword, and he has no idea what a weapon even is. I find him to be stupid, totally devoid of intelligence, an animal." Dio went even further, doubting Ozzy's musical skills. "I doubt Ozzy could carry a tune even if you gave him a radio in a suitcase. I know this for a fact because I've heard it from people who worked with him for 12 years. Ted Nugent. Ted Nugent is one of rock music's most divisive figures, known for his direct and controversial opinions on various subjects, often unrelated to his music. His name has become synonymous with right-wing views, which frequently clash with Ozzy Osbourne's public image, lifestyle, and beliefs. In 2002, Nugent criticized the Osbournes, stating, "It's an indictment of the soullessness of modern man that we find entertainment in watching a magnificent creature reduced to a blithering hopeless idiot." Even 2 decades later, Nugent continues to voice criticism of the Osbournes, appearing eager to undermine anything they say or do. More recently, Nugent attacked Osbourne's decision to relocate from Los Angeles to England, suggesting the move was politically motivated rather than for health reasons. He remarked, "Even Osbourne is getting the hell out of Los Angeles because he'd rather live in tyrant-run England than stay in a shooting zone, a murder capital orchestrated by the court system and district attorneys." Bill Ward. Since Bill Ward stepped away from Black Sabbath's reunion in 2012, his relationship with the rest of the band, especially Ozzy Osbourne, has been fraught with tension. Their public disagreements have involved accusations and demands for apologies from both sides. 3 years later, when discussions of another reunion arose, Ward declined again, citing Ozzy's mistreatment as the reason. On Facebook, he expressed, "The often inaccurate statements about me as a person and musician have caused me to be emotionally and spiritually detached from Ozzy. His rhetoric has been the source of my greatest discord." Unfortunately, their issues remained unresolved, and the feud endured. In 2015, tensions escalated when Ward posted a strong statement on Facebook, demanding apologies from Ozzy. Instead of apologizing, Ozzy retorted on Facebook, "Stop playing the victim and be honest with yourself and your fans."